Welcome to the SupplyFrame B2B Marketing Video Library. Karen Breen-Vogel from ClearGauge has joined us once again to continue with her video series. Today she will be discussing financial valuation of websites with a presentation aptly named Follow the Money. Karen is a frequent industry speaker and subject matter expert on online B2B marketing, and her company, ClearGauge, is a B2B online marketing services and consulting firm that helps customers create, measure, and refine their online marketing approaches. Welcome back, Karen.
Thank you, Sarah. And yes, the title of today's talk is Follow the Money. Probably my favorite discussion, and hopefully one that you will also get a lot of value from and be comfortable taking forward from here. The purpose of this conversation is to pick up on the last discussion we were having, which is how important it is when you're building a website and then investing in bringing visitors to the website that you understand, is it working and what is your return on investment? And we talked about the use of key performance indicators, or KPIs, in the last session, which is a way to really minimize the amount of data that you have to look at and really to focus your energies on certain data points or ratios that really tell you how well your website is performing, whether it's performing in a goal around increasing revenue or it's performing in a goal around saving you money. You definitely have to decide what are the key performance indicators that you're going to measure, that you're going to set baselines for, set goals to improve, and then constantly improve and watch as really the benchmarks of, is your environment getting better or worse, and are you able to deliver back to the business the return on the investment that's been made in both the website itself and in the resources within your company, and perhaps even the media or paid search activity that you're investing in. So today what we're going to do is pick up from where we left off, and I had this slide as the last one in the last discussion, and talk about, but how do we make this financially oriented? How do we create a numbers view, a financial view of a visitor coming to the site and doing certain behaviors and perhaps becoming a known lead in your business and then receiving sales attention and perhaps turning into a customer? How do we understand all of that and put it into dollars and cents? My belief is that until marketeers put this information into a financial perspective, they aren't going to receive the respect and attention and budgets from the financial executive suite that they deserve. So this is just really critical in any kind of marketing endeavor, but the web actually helps and assists in getting this data locked down. So it's become, I think, a medium that has pushed this to the forefront for marketers to really get focused on accountability, and not accountability at soft outcomes or what I would call vague outcomes like conversions and visits and leads and things like that, but actually putting a monetary value on those types of things going on in the pipeline so that the business can pay more attention to them and understand their value. So this chart is really a generic view of this. It says, starting at the upper left, we've got a historical site conversion rate. And the way we get that is we need to obtain the conversion data. We have to define what is a conversion on our site, and what is the pace at which we're converting visitors on our website on a monthly basis, quarterly basis, weekly basis, whatever is appropriate to the volume of activity that you have on your website. In most B2B environments, that tends to be about a monthly picture, but if you have a high quantity of traffic, you may want to make that a weekly picture of the conversion data. So the first thing is to understand is, as people finish their visit on your site, did they convert or not, and at what rate is that occurring? And we talked last time about creating key performance indicators that really look at the ratios of conversions to visits, conversions to engagement, and really begins to give you a deeper texture for how effective is your funnel in converting visitors to being known people, being people that you actually can follow up with and contact either in a nurturing mode or in a sales mode. So once we have that data, we need to follow that now past the website and into your sales, inside sales or your sales activity, or maybe your dealer or distributor channel. So now if we know the conversion data or the number of forms completed or the number of contacts that we got, how many of those are really leads? So now we need a lead volume. We need to know in the past what has our business been able to do from those conversions, how many of them have really been clarified as being a lead. Many of your conversions might be people just asking questions. They could be students asking for information. They could be consultants. They could be competitors. They could be people trying to sell things to you. So you really have to filter out all of the noise and say, out of this group of conversions, what would we call leads? And that's our lead volume. So we need to go get that information. Then as we follow the money, we want to say, is there a function within our company, usually a marketing team or an inside sales team, where we actually pick through those leads, apply some qualification criteria, and further refine how many of these are actually qualified leads. How many of these are we going to get serious about, and are we going to move to a sales team or potentially to a distributor or a dealer? So now we're obtaining the qualified lead data. Distinct from leads, these are ones that have been further clarified around some type of qualification criteria. And then in this particular model, which is very generic, I have basically just kind of gone to the punch and said, okay, then what's our historical revenue per sale? So we need to understand, what's, if someone does close in our environment, how much revenue do we obtain? I will tell you that this can be done a number of different ways. You can use revenue on the first sale. You can use profitability on the first sale. You can use lifetime value at a revenue or a profitability amount, but you have to pick something that everybody in your company agrees is the way they want to look at this information and what's meaningful to you. We have had clients choose any one of those things, first-year revenue, first-year profitability, or lifetime value, revenue, or profitability. My personal preference, if you can do it, is lifetime profitability because it's the most highly indicative of really what that new customer meant to the business from an upside perspective. So you're looking to get the revenue that was resulting from these qualified leads that came from the website, and you're looking to understand how do we want to view that? Do we want to view it as revenue or profit, and over what time frame do we want to view that?